I see that smile in those beautiful brown eyes, girl, I hear your voice, it whispers in the dark. Yeah, you make it right, yeah, girl, everything in my life. You changed my story, yeah, you've taken me so far. I'd cross the ocean for you.
Good morning, everyone. It is race day, and we're running our first half marathon in over a decade. In my 30s, I picked up running. Now in my 40s, this is gonna be my first one, and so I'm a little bit anxious and scared, but we're gonna get through it. I'm more anxious because we did our last long run 3 days ago, and I don't know if that was enough time because I am still a little bit sore. So I'm having a little anxiety because my legs are feeling a little stiff, but I hope the adrenaline when we start will just get me through. So wish me luck. Here's my number, 4853, Carlsbad half marathon. We're gonna head out in a bit. Gotta pick up my best friend Liberty, who's running it with me. Yeah, I'll take you guys along. I am going to bring my Action 5 with me. I have some gels here. I'll probably do 2. I'm bringing a couple more for Liberty. And that's pretty much it. And then I have my flip belt here. And that's where I'm going to keep the jellies and my phone. And then my Action 5 could also fit in this flip belt. I just sorry, it's hard to do with one hand, but I just keep it in there, push it towards the middle, and there we have it. Boom. And then my shoes of choice for this run is these Ons. So far, I've actually really been loving Ons to run in. I used to run in Asics, then went to Nike, now I'm with On. So far, these are super comfortable. Also, I know I look a little bit cray-cray right now, but my friend Lady, she's a stylist, she gifted this jacket for me from one of her styled gigs. It's from Topman, and when I wore it, I thought I liked it. But then as I tried styling it, I just ended up not liking it. And so I tried giving it away to a few people, and they ended up not liking it either. And so my plan was to just donate it. So I feel like this was the perfect time to donate it because it is pretty cold out there. And so if you want to run with layers and you're running with something you know you want to donate it, you could just put it in the bin as you're running. There's different stations, so I'll probably drop it off in the first donation bin while we're running because my body will be warm by then. But yeah, I'm gonna look a little funny at the start. All right, we made it to Carlsbad. Got Liberty back there getting ready. I forgot to tell you guys that we are not like trying to have a paced run here. Like we're not trying to finish it in a set amount of time. Just want to get through our first half marathon in a while. And so that's our goal. So if you guys look at my number and you see a terrible time, don't talk shit. Yeah, our goal is just to finish, even if that means we have to stop or walk a little, but obviously we'll try to run the whole thing. All right, we're in wave 3 waiting. Say goodbye to this jacket.
I'll take it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go! Woohoo! See you in 13 miles. 13.1. Well, along the way. I think we're mile 3-ish. We're approaching the beach. Let's go. These guys over here are the marathon guys. 3:40 mile marker. Damn, they're quick. Chia gel time. What goes down must go up. I think we're at the halfway point maybe. We're going strong. Let's go.
Nice job, nice
I got a boost, let's go! Boost initiated. Let's go. Woo. I'm catching up to the 2:15 mile marker. About 2 miles left. I'm gonna see if I can push myself to go past 2:15. We'll see. Let's go. Let's go. 13. Almost there.
Our 3-hour and 50-minute pace team coming through.
Let's go.
Zara Meza, Kaylee Dang, Wayne Marking, Jordan Hirschberger, Brittany Blum, Michael Rogers, Rosa Cabral, Anna Karen Gonzalez, Audrey Fitzpatrick, Sean Donnelly,
Let's go.
Sarah Payton, come on through.
Oh yeah, we did it. We friggin' did it. Thank you. We did it, guys. That's crazy.
I'm gonna see you at the end of your
Good job. High five, high five. All right, we did it. Changed into my Carlsbad swag. We got a couple beers in the van. We're gonna drink a couple beers and then meet Lib's family at Yard House over here at Carlsbad. Cheers. Boop.
I said, go get the tap.
Wait, what?
Oh no, the mushroom. I'm all.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said power up or something.
Power up, you're all boop. I was like, you're too happy for me, bitch. You were so happy. I was like,
All right, lunch done. I am crashing. I am so tired. My legs feel good, my body feels good, but it's my feet. My feet are hurting. Hi everybody. We are shooting some UGC today, but I do want to recap the half marathon a little bit. I'm not sure how much I talked about it. That day was a little bit of a blur, to be honest with you. But before we get into that, I do want to show you what we're shooting today. We're shooting some UGC for a brand called Vessel, and we are using their pour over kit, and this is how that looks. So basically what this is, it's a mug, pour over in one, and you can add in your grounds right here in this pour over with their reusable filter, which is nice. You just stick it in here, add your grounds, and then pour over some hot water and let it drip. And then you take off the drip system right here and you have your mug, and you just put this back on, and there you have it, a little on-the-go mug for your pour over coffees. Yeah, check them out. This is not sponsored, it's just my UGC work, but I do love the product and the brand. I have a bunch of stickers right here that I'm gonna put on the mugs because they want it to look well used, so we're gonna put that on there. They also sent me some hats because they want me in their gear. So I'm gonna rock this guy today when I'm shooting the content. And then they also sent me a shirt to wear, which it's really long. It's almost like a maxi dress. And so I'm probably gonna have to tuck it in because it looks funny. So hopefully that works. And then I have my briefs right here of what I'm shooting. A lot of you guys have asked me to do a video on shooting UGC, so I can show you guys my process in case you guys are interested. Right now, I'm just gonna go through my brief, make sure I have everything written down. Gonna highlight the stuff I wanna shoot first, because I like to get the easy stuff out of the way. But while I have you guys here, we're gonna put the stickers on, and then I could talk to you a little bit about the half marathon. Okay, so that half marathon was really fun. It was actually a really good race, and I thought I finished in 2 hours, 20 minutes, but it's actually 2:12, which is crazy. My goal was to just finish, and then my secondary goal was to do it under 2.5 hours. So the fact I did it in 2 hours, 12 is pretty cool. There's my official time. If you told me last year that I would do a marathon, this year I would be like, you're crazy, no way, because I was sort of stuck at just doing 3 miles. My friend Jenna, if you guys aren't following her, Jenna Hong, I'll link her down below. She picked up running, and she is a beast running. And I'm putting beast in quotes because her dog's name is Beast. But she picked up running, she's done all these different kinds of races, a ton of half marathons. She completed her first full marathon, which is crazy. That's such a huge feat. Congratulations, Jenna. I think a full marathon, aside from being physically challenging, I think it's even more mentally challenging because you have to go somewhere in your head to be able to run that long. Like, that's insane. That's like running from here to Mirror Mesa. If you guys are, if you guys know what San Diego is, like that's far. That's crazy. Anyways, yeah, so she inspired me to run. I remember talking to her last year and I was like, you're inspiring me to run, but I'm kind of stuck at 3 miles. I couldn't get out of just running 3 miles. Like my mind was like, all I could do was 3 miles. But it wasn't until I signed up for the half that I pushed myself and was like, okay, you know what? We can't run here anymore because we're stuck at 3. And so I started running in different areas to put more mileage. And so 3 went to 4, 4 went to 5, and then so on and so forth. When I was starting to train, I had a little love-hate relationship with running, but now it's just a love relationship. Like I love to get out there, go for a nice run. Like this morning I went for a recovery run. I did 3 miles on the treadmill and it was so easy. Like to think that I'm saying that was easy when I was stuck at 3 miles, that's kind of crazy. So yeah, like I said, if you guys are interested in running, think about picking it up. Start with like half a mile, you know, and then work your way up to a mile. And then maybe once you're comfortable with a mile, sign up for a 5K, which is about 3 miles. And then you can work your way up to like 2, 2.5, and then do your 3 miles at the 5K. the girls are playing. And then when you go back to running a mile, you're like, oh, this is so easy. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I felt really accomplished, and you know, I think I have to start doing all these little side quests again to have accomplishments, because you know, as we grow older, like we've done so much in our life, and you know, we don't really feel like accomplished. I feel like I forget about these little side quests that we could do to feel that sense of accomplishment, because I really felt proud of myself, and I haven't felt proud of myself in a really long time. So it was a really good feeling, and that actually helped me get out of this funk that I've been in for the new year, and like I feel back to myself now. Now I think about it, I was supposed to be talking to you guys about this while I was putting the stickers on. Oh, I know what I can talk to you guys about. Totally forgot to mention this, but it is my dad's death anniversary today. And you know, for the first few years, it made me really sad, but I started to switch that thinking and not focus on his death, but focus on his life and everything he did for our family, all the sacrifices he's made. And so yeah, I kind of choose this day now to celebrate his life versus be sad about it. And I know everyone processes grief and loss differently, but that's how I've been able to cope. Today, I just think about him and his life and the family he built. He joined the Navy to provide his family with a life in the States. And he was in the Navy for over 20 years. And even after that, he still had to work. He had 2 jobs. My mom worked full time. And so Dad, thank you. You know, whenever I think about you, I always think about your sacrifice, and not only for the country, but you know, to provide a better life for your family. And you know, it always makes me feel proud, and proud to be your son, you know? And I can only wish to be half the man you were. All right, here's how they look. Looks pretty good in my opinion. I kind of put most of them in the front, and the back is kind of bare because we didn't have enough stickers. All right, we're gonna get ready and head out to location. All right, here is my outfit. I have the shirt they sent to me, my black Uniqlo cargos, and then we have some Reebok hiking. I'm gonna call it a shoe boot. But see how long this is? Like, this is so long. I usually like the cut of my shirts to be more cropped up here. So let me tuck this in. Okay, I think that's much better. All right, I think that is much better. Not ideal. I kind of look like a barista, to be honest, but hey, it is a coffee brand, so let's just go with it. My backpack right here, and we have our mug here, and then also our grinder attached. So that's one of the scenes. So I think we'll just start with that. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Oh my God, we're running so late. Let's go get this done because it's gonna take me about 2.5 hours. So it's already 11, so let's go. All right guys, we are now on location. I'm gonna try to get a lot of this done as fast as I can. I know I said 2 hours, 2 hours 30, but it actually might take 3 hours because I just realized that I have 2 different sets of cups. Usually when you're doing UGC and you have 2 videos, you can kind of reuse footage for the second video because it's the same product, but since technically it's 2 products, I really have to do some of these things multiple times using the different colored cups. So this might actually take 3 hours. So I don't know how much of this I'm gonna film and take you guys along, but I will try to do my best. I did forget to tell you guys that I did pick up a new mic, and this is from Hollyland, and it is the Mark IIs, I think it's called. But look how small it is. So this little part right here is the mic, and what you do is you can attach it to your clothing like this, so it's very discreet because you're seeing only that little mic versus the larger piece of the mic. So yeah, I'll explain to you guys why I decided to get this, and primarily it's really for UGC, but hopefully it makes a big difference because I'm having a little bit of issues with mics and trying to edit and sync up all of the voiceovers and on-camera stuff. So I'll explain this when we get home a little bit more into depth, and then I'll also give you guys a little mini review of this. Anyways, we're gonna set up and then just start filming. Quick look at the location. We're just at a local little park slash trail, and one of the reasons why I got the mic is you can hear the cars driving by, which is a little bit weird if I'm supposed to be at a campsite. So stuff like that I have to really think about. Planes overhead, that mic will really help reduce those sounds, and I could do a little bit more noise reduction in post. But here is my little fake campsite. It's really just like a local small trail, but the first scene is going to be in the back of my van, so I gotta set this up and go from there. I'm gonna put you on the best coffee hack. if you're constantly on the road for work or travel, I'm gonna put you on the best coffee hack. If you're constantly on the road for work or travel, I'm gonna put you on the best coffee hack. I think I got that one. I travel constantly, and this is the one thing I can't leave without. Did you guys hear my ring hit the mug? I travel constantly, and this is the one thing I can't leave without. And notice how I leave the vessel grinder right here for product placement. It's hard doing UGC in the van because I don't have a ton of space, so like my angles are a little bit limited. Having your brief is clutch because there's no way you can remember all of this. That's insane. And I like to check it off because it feels good checking things off. Like, I'm feeling accomplished. Remember that word, accomplishments? But also it helps me keep organized to make sure I got every shot I need. So definitely make sure you make a list. Then I always like to check to see if I got that shot or if I need to do it again. Sometimes I'll go wider, closer up. I actually like that. Perfection. So let's mark her off, guys. Let's mark her off. So now I have to unscrew system itself and set it up on the table. So this will be a wider shot. The other one was a little bit more in the narrow one because you want to give a little bit of dynamic angles and views. So make sure to utilize your wide lens, your normal lens, your telephoto lens, all of that. So this is going to be a wide shot and I'm going to be unpacking the system. So I like to preview what I'm doing before I actually hit record so that I know it's in the frame. Looks good. Checky checky. Now the next two is I have to actually talk to the camera again. So a lot of this is, I call it talking head. You talk straight to the camera, or it's a voiceover. So I mark talking head in red and then voiceover in blue, just so I can see that it's a talking head. So when it's a talking head and you're going from a voiceover to a talking head, you want to think about what you just said so the next line will make sense when you're doing the voiceover. So let me just give you an example. So the two sentences before the talking head are voiceovers, and it says, "I love how well this is put together. I mean, the bug, the filter, it's an all-in-one compact package that fits perfectly." And then it goes into the talking head, and I don't have to worry about losing space. So if I didn't know what the line before was, or if I wasn't thinking about it, I might not say this next line correctly, or it might not sound natural in the full video, if that makes sense. So I like to just say both lines. So that fits in my gear perfectly, and I don't have to worry about losing space. So that's what we're gonna do. So that fits in my gear perfectly, and I don't have to worry about losing space. That fits in my gear, that fits in with my gear perfectly, and I don't have to worry about losing space. And I don't have to worry about losing space. Plus, the reusable filter is super easy to clean. Alright, so the next couple scenes are me out hiking, so I'm going to leave you guys in here just so I can recapture that. But I am retucking my shirt. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I gotta constantly retuck because I feel like the tuck gets messed up as you're moving. Very particular about my tucks. Hiking scenes, and then back in the van, and we're gonna do the pour over, and then that's gonna be done for video 1. Then we gotta redo all this for video 2 with the black cup, which again, if they were the same, I could repurpose a lot of the footage already, or as I was filming it, I could have refilmed some of those, but because they're 2 different colors, I gotta do extra work. So now I'm doing the pour over section where I'm actually making the coffee. I brought some hot water with me, so I'm gonna just throw it in here and boil it again, but at least it's hot, so it shouldn't take long. All right, let me show you how this is looking. So there's my shot, and there's real life. So I like to incorporate light when I can. You have this nice sunlight right here. So yeah, it just creates a little bit more dynamic lighting, keeps it engaging. All right, and action. All right, look how good that looks. So I'm gonna pour, and then I leave it running because it looks cool when the coffee starts to drip. That's a great shot. And you see the steam. All right, let's give it a little taste test. That's really, really good. It's still a little bit hot, but it's so good. Oh yeah, it doesn't feel like it was burned. It doesn't taste stale. So good. Alright guys, I am going to try to wrap up this quickly and do the second video with the black mug. So I will touch base with you guys when we get back, and we'll talk a little bit about this mic and how it performed. And then I'll give you guys like a before and after of recording something on your phone with this and without it, so you can get an idea of how much better it sounds. And then also this can also connect to your main camera as well. So I think I might test that out too, because I love how discreet it is. Like, it's so small. We'll get into all this about this mic later. when we get home. So I just want to wrap this up as fast as I can because like I said, usually if it's 2 videos, same product, I would be about 70% done right now. But since we're doing it from scratch because of a new product, it's like 50% done and we're already been here for an hour and a half. So I'm gonna try to get this done in an hour. The instant packs I bring were so gross. But Vessel takes the best parts of fresh coffee and puts it into a super easy portable brew set. Having a delicious cup of coffee when I'm on the road makes every day better. This is Vessel's pour-over kit, and it's like having a legit barista in your bag. So no matter where I'm traveling, so no matter where I'm traveling, I always have fresh ground coffee. I tried living in a van, and this one thing made it so easy. Before Vessel, making coffee while traveling was rough. The instant packs I bring were so gross, but a regular coffee machine, too bulky. And in a van, not a ton of space either. But Vessel takes the best parts of fresh coffee and puts it in a super easy portable brew set. Seriously, a filter, pour-over system, and cup, all in one. Doesn't get much easier than that. Having a delicious cup of coffee when I'm on the road makes every day better. And now, I don't have to make any sacrifices to get it. Check out vesselgear.com and find the system that's perfect for you. Cheers. If you're constantly on the road for work or travel, I'm gonna put you on the best coffee hack. This is Vessel's pour-over kit, and it's like having a legit barista in your bag. So no matter where I'm traveling, I always have fresh ground coffee. I love how well this is put together. I mean, the mug, the filter, it's an all-in-one compact package that fits in my gear perfectly. And I don't have to worry about losing space. Plus, the reusable filter is super easy to clean. As someone who starts every day with a cup of coffee, Vessel is a must. Grab your Vessel today and hit the road. Hi everyone, it's the next day. Yesterday was a little crazy. Filming ran a little bit longer than intended, and so I got home, did a little bit of editing because I wanted to get that done so that when I got home from visiting my dad and dinner with family, all I had to do was voiceovers. So I got that accomplished. But I do want to talk about the Hollyland. You should probably know what model this is. I'm going to say Mark IIs because look how teeny tiny this thing is. But before we get into it, I do have to meet some friends for lunch today because one of my friends, she's one of my best friends, we connected maybe 10 years ago and we had like the best summer of our lives. That was probably like one of the best periods of my life. I don't know why, but me and her just were like connected and we just went out. We like really took advantage of San Diego. We were both living in the city at the time. And so, I don't know, we just went out all the time. And she actually left San Diego for a while, but now she's back for good and bad reasons. And she has a big surgery coming up and all her friends and family are here. So she's, here for the support. I'm going to ask her if I can get into it because I think it's a pretty important topic, but at the same time, I want to respect her privacy. So when I see her today, I'll ask if I can talk about it later. But yeah, we're going to go to Pot Pie, have a quick lunch with her, catch up. And then when we get back, we'll talk about this guy because, spoiler alert, it was awesome, especially for the UGC work I'm doing or did yesterday because for the first time, my audio sounds cohesive from filming all the way into voiceovers. So the whole video audio sounds the same because before I would be recording on my phone and then doing voiceovers with a mic, or even if I did voiceovers with my phone, because I tried that, there was still a big difference. And so I think that will really help with my UGC work, but also I want to test it out with this big camera and see how that is, and then test it out with my DJI mic too, just so you guys can hear the difference, because having a little discreet little thing right here is pretty game changing. We have Liberty here. We're both still kind of in pain from the marathon, but better than the last 2 days for sure.
Fucking pain. A lot of people got dropped because they filed 2 claims within the year. And they're legit claims. So they have the right to do that. And then they had to go with California aid, which is now their payments even higher because of all the wildfires.
That's crazy.
You can't find anybody to even, so you might buy a home, but you can't find anybody to insure you.
All right, so Pop Mart, I was gonna say Pop Mart. Pot Pie was good. I've been there before quite a few times actually. Holly had a collab with them and she did a kare kare pot pie. It was so freaking good, but this one I got the classic chicken and I've got that before and I really liked it, but today was a little bit on the dry side for some reason. Flavors were still on point. Anyways, I did talk to my friend and she said I could talk about her story a little, so I'll tell you a little bit about that. Before we get into that story, I do want to talk to you guys about this Hollyland, and we're going to test it out. But the main reason, again, why I got this was because of how discreet it is, especially for my UGC videos, because, you know, that's kind of like an ad, right? So if I were to use my DJI mics, you know, it's a little bit on the larger side. And if you're like looking at a UGC video, which is supposed to be an ad, and this is here, you might like focus on it. And I know that it's an ad, but we try to make the ads as authentic as possible, and then seeing this, you know, kind of takes a little bit away from that. And so that's one of the main reasons why I decided to pick this up and try it out. With that said, let's go ahead and test it out. Right now we're shooting on my Sony shotgun mic. Is that what it's called? I think it's a shotgun mic, basically the mic that sits on top of the hot shoe mount. Let me show you guys how it sounds if I move farther, because the beauty of a wireless mic is that, you know, the audio will still sound good over here. So if I were to show you guys something here, or you're like cooking, or you're doing a house tour, you know, me talking this far isn't really gonna work out pretty good. So I just wanna give you a sample of the sound quality for that. So now we're gonna switch over to the Hollyland mic. Quick note with this mic though is it's not adapted to Sony, the MI hot shoe and the Sony camera, so you do need a cable to be able to use this. Okay, so now this is how it sounds with the Hollyland, and you can see it's very discreet, so it doesn't really, like, if you didn't really notice, maybe you wouldn't see this, right? Look how small and tiny that is. And also, I did say it does come with a cable that you have to connect, but it's actually very minimal and looks much smaller than, it looks much smaller when this guy is on there, which this one is actually still pretty small. It's one of the smaller Sony mics. But let me show you how small this looks. So you see the cable, the auxiliary cable is connected to the camera, but it's still pretty small. Like that actually, I don't know. I kind of like it. It looks so small. And so now you're gonna see with the audio quality wherever I am, you're still gonna hear it pretty much the same because we're connected wirelessly. So yeah, it should sound the same as I was when I was so close to the camera versus back here. I could show you guys things. My Pop Mart room, video room, game room, fun room. How does this sound to you guys? Let me know down in the comments. Okay, so now we're testing this out with the DJI Mic 2, which I'm assuming should sound better because it's a much bigger device right here. Usually I've seen videos testing this against the DJI Mic Mini, which is much smaller than this, but this is all I got right now. So I just want to give you guys a little mini review, or at least samples in case you guys want to, you know, go smaller than the DJI Mini 2. So here's how this sounds. Over here, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, welcome to our video game room. This is how it sounds with the DJI Mic 2. Hi, hello. How are you guys doing? I don't know what to say right now. But hopefully this test is useful. All right, so the next test now is we're gonna do the Hollyland on my iPhone, since that's primarily why I got it for my UGC videos. But if you guys are vlogging on your iPhone, maybe this might be good for you as well, so. Okay, now we're shooting with just the iPhone with the internal mics. So this is usually for my UGC videos, when I'm up this close, I feel like the audio is good, it's fine, but it's the moment I just step back even ever so slightly right here. Sometimes I need to be a little bit farther from my phone, but then there are other times too, when I'm actually doing something, I need to be this far, and it would be nice for the audio to be good. Okay, now we're with the Hollyland mic. How does this sound? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hi. How does this sound over here? Testing 1, 2, 3. How does this sound? It should sound the same because the mic is right next to me. This allows me to be a little bit more creative with my videos if, you know, I want to say something this far, or even if I want to start the video, right? I want to start here and be like, hey, have you guys seen this product? You're going to want to see this. You know, like I could do that versus like just staying here and having the hook. I could have the hook, oh my God, sorry. I can even like enter frame, like let's just say, yo, I got a new pair of headphones for you guys. You're gonna wanna hear these. Or something, you know, whatever. I don't know what I'm saying right now, but just kind of giving you an idea of like how much more creative I could be with my hooks or like, or segments in my videos. So yeah, hopefully this all sounds good. And hopefully this was a little bit useful too, or at least somewhat mildly entertaining. All right, so quick story time with my friend. By the way, I'm shooting back on my Sony mic just because that's what I know, and you know, it's just easy. It's on there, we're ready to go. But yeah, I'm glad to have that in my kit. Again, more so for my UGC stuff, but who knows? She might make a cameo over here in YouTube vlog land. But yeah, so I wanted to bring up this story with my friend because I think it's important. She's one of my best friends, and I think it's a good conversation to have, not only with you guys, but I mean with your friends as well, especially if you are in your 40s. Like, I mean, we're getting to that age where things are starting to happen to our bodies. And so basically she found out she had breast cancer, and it wasn't like she felt a lump or anything. It was just like a random mammogram she decided to have. She was actually just joking around with her coworker and was like, hey, we're 40 now, we should go get a mammogram. And so, you know, they decided, you know what, that's actually a smart thing to do. So they went, and like I said, there was no signs of cancer or a lump. But when you get your mammogram, there's things that tests can see that, you know, we can't feel. And so the good news is it is very early stage. And also, just a side note, my sister is also a breast cancer survivor. And so, you know, this is near and dear to me and my family's heart. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up with the vlogs because I know a lot of you are within our age group and you don't need to find a lump to have breast cancer. So make sure you are advocating for yourself. Make sure you're telling your doctor you want to get a mammogram, which is also a note to myself to get a colonoscopy, because when I saw my doctor back in June of last year, you know, I did have a hemorrhoid. You know, he stuck a little thing in there, probed in, and he was like, yeah, I just see a hemorrhoid, nothing to be worried, too concerned about, eat more fiber. And he goes, we don't really do colonoscopies for men until they're 45. But with that said, my next physical, I'm going to ask for one because I need to advocate for myself, because you just never know. And I'm fortunate enough to have insurance that will cover it. So you know what, we got to get that done while we can, you know what I mean? So this is your sign, if you're in this age bracket, to get your colonoscopy and get your mammograms going. So yeah, I am glad that it's early stage. The prognosis looks good. Obviously, she's still very nervous about going under, and that's a pretty big surgery, and it's a life-changing surgery, but at the same time, it's meant to save your life. Just wanted to bring that up because, you know what? I don't think breast cancer awareness should be 1 month. I think if you know someone who's been diagnosed, and they're okay with sharing their story, you share it because it could save someone's life. So yeah, that's why I wanted to see her today before her surgery, which is going to be next week. And I'm going to do like a food meal train for her. I'm going to get in touch with all her friends. And I'm thinking we'll just do like DoorDash Postmates. Well, I'll pick a day. Maybe we should do like a lunch thing and get extra so that lunch can carry on to their dinner. So lunch and dinner for the next X amount of days are taken care of. And then, so that's one less thing they have to think about. All right. Anyways, I'm going to get on with the rest of my day because we took a big chunk out of our day, you know, vlogging and meeting them. We have a lot of work still, which is kind of the beauty about being a content creator and a contractor. Back to work, and I will touch base with you guys tomorrow, which I have one more brief I need to do for a brand called Suvi. See if I have any other tips for UGC for you, and just take you along the process. Not good, guys. What the hell? Okay, I'm trying not to freak out because it is still pretty far from us. I would say about 15 miles or so. And I know a few people who are much closer and they're not getting any evacuation orders. I don't know. And it's not too windy, so I'm just gonna gather some things so I have them in a pile just in case. And it's crazy, we're supposed to get rain Sunday for the first time in like 9 months. And it is currently Thursday. But man, this is crazy. What's going on? Alright, let me just gather some things together, some important documents and stuff. Good morning, guys. This is crazy. I slept yesterday and it was 600 acres burned, and now it's at over 4,000 acres burned. I have a few friends who got evacuated in the area. I don't know, I'm feeling a little emotional, and I'm just like, wow, oh my gosh, I just woke up. I'm gonna feed the girls. I'm still, well, I can't say I'm pretty far because it's literally right here. So I'm gonna feed the girls and just start gathering some stuff together just in case, and hope that they contain this a little bit more. Yeah, it's so crazy. I have a vet appointment today I'm gonna cancel. We actually have dinner plans too, and I'm like, do we cancel that? But I'm just gonna watch the fire and see what happens. I was gonna film that UGC content today with that brand Suvi, but I'm gonna put that on hold just because I just want to gather some stuff just to be safe. It is moving north and we're west of the fire, but last night it was moving south, now it's moving north, so who knows? Just wanted to update you guys and I'll check in later. Scratch that, I'm just gonna end the vlog here and because this is the UGC video vlog and now it's a fire vlog. What is life? Anyways, if you're in the area, stay safe. If you're in the area, hopefully by the time this goes live, this fire will have not reached residential neighborhoods and have just been a wild brush fire. And yeah, I'm going to end the vlog and I'll see you guys next time.